In this video, I test out 7 different AI copywriting services and get each one to write me the same article so that I can compare them and see which one is the best. Regulars to the channel will know that I'm a big fan of ConversionAI, which was the first AI copywriting service that I came across. I was really impressed with the quality of the content it produced, and I've done a few live streams and a few videos on that particular bit of software. You'll find links to those below. But of course, there are other services available. So yeah, I thought it was about time that I tested them out. And it's in this video that I'm going to share with you the results. Now, before we go too much further, you're going to want to check the link in the description. It's a link to a post over on WP Eagle. And on that post, you will find all of the articles that I created so that you can see for yourself, have a read through them and decide which one you think is the best. 7 services that I tried out are ConversionAI, which I already had an account with. I wanted to use that as a kind of benchmark because that's the one that I did first. I then went on to try out Kafka, I don't know how to pronounce that one. And then Article Forge, also CopyAI. I did a test with WriteSonic and CopySmith, and then finally I tried out snazzyai. And you can find links to all those services in the description. Some of them may be an affiliate link, so if you click through and sign up, I will earn a commission. Thanks very much, I really appreciate it. I wanted to test out these services from an affiliate marketing point of view, so it was articles for an affiliate marketing website that I wanted to create with them. I wanted to create 2 different types. I wanted to create an informational type and a more product-focused type. So the 2 subjects that I came up with to test, and these are based around my pressure washer website. So these are in the pressure washer niche. The first one was, are pressure washers safe? Pretty straightforward article. The second one was the best pressure washers for under $300. The results of this test were really interesting. There was a big difference between the best and the worst bits of software. So if you're thinking of investing in one of these tools, I suggest you watch this video right to the end. Anyway, I think that's enough intro. Let's get started. Hello, it's Alex here from WP Eagle. Hope you're all well. So the way that I put these articles together, it did vary a little bit between the different services just by the way that they kind of work. Some offer to create an entire article in one go, whereas others have kind of individual elements that you use and then you kind of stitch them together to create your final piece of content. To try and keep it fair, I was entering pretty much the same information into each of these tools to get it started in terms of generating the content. So when I was doing the product stuff, for example, I would go over to Amazon and just copy and paste the same features and benefits from the Amazon pages, feed them into the tools, and it would spit out the copy around that product. Let's start with ConversionAI, which was the tool that I was already using, that I already had an account with, and that I was already pretty impressed with. When I recorded my test on ConversionAI, they didn't have the long form generator, which is the tool that enables you to create entire articles. So I was using the blog intro element the most, just kind of feeding in subheaders and then getting it to spit out paragraphs and then putting them all together in a document. ConversionAI is $29 a month for 20,000 words, or they offer an unlimited plan for $99 a month. I'm going to put a link up now to ConversionAI. It is an affiliate link, but it's also a special link because you'll get extra credits if you sign up using it. But anyway, let's have a look at some of the content that it created. Let's start by looking at the informational article. I'll put it up now. Now, I was pretty impressed. As I said, I put it together by using their blog intro post thing mainly, and also their blog structure post as a way of getting like the bullet points. But yeah, it reads pretty well. And it delivers on the subject of the article, which is of course around the safety of pressure washers. And I was really impressed. I managed to get like 560 odd words out of it. And yeah, I think the article's really pretty good, and I'd be happy to publish it to my website. The one thing I would say about ConversionAI is that you definitely need to fact check some of the stuff that it spits out. Generally it's okay, but sometimes what it says is just not right. Then we put up the other article that it created, which was the best pressure washers for under $300. Now for this one, I stuck the title in to the tool to create the intro paragraph, and then I used the product description element for the rest basically just feeding in the kind of features from the Amazon product pages and letting it spit out the product descriptions. I should say that there's been very minimal editing on these articles. I've tried to kind of put them together without changing anything, so it is just pure AI copy. I may have added the odd sentence like, you know, in this guide I break down the best pressure washers, that kind of thing, but that's it. And as you can see, again, the quality of the article is actually pretty good. I think the product description part of ConversionAI is really, really useful. I've used it a lot for these kind of articles and also to kind of fill out existing articles. Those of you that know my case study site, bestroofbox.com, will know that I created a whole load of short posts which didn't have a lot of information about the products. And I've been using ConversionAI to fill those posts out with more product information, and it's had a really positive effect on the search engine rankings. So that's ConversionAI. Really impressed with it still, and I think for the money, especially on that $29 plan, I think it's really good value. But let me show you another tool which was also very impressive, and in fact comparable to ConversionAI, and that is CopyAI. CopyAI has similar tools and templates to ConversionAI. It's got the blog intros, it's got the product descriptions, it's got the listicle things, you know, so you can create a whole nice list of bullet points. It's got pretty much everything, and it is, yeah, very, very similar to ConversionAI. Now, these guys have got an unlimited plan at just $35 a month. So if you're comparing the two plans, the two unlimited plans, then this tool is quite a bit cheaper than ConversionAI. So again, to create the content, I fed in some of the subheaders into the blog intro paragraph template tool, and it spat out paragraphs, and I then kind of pasted them together to create the article. I also used the listicle template to create some of the bullet points around like the common injuries, that kind of thing. And yeah, it worked really well. As I said, this tool is definitely comparable to ConversionAI in the quality of its outputs. And well, let's have a look at the first one. There you go. It's really good. If you read through, it reads well, perfectly acceptable. It answers all the questions. It delivers on the headings. And yeah, I was really pleased with it. So let me show you the product focused article that I created with it. Put it up now. Again, I was using the blog intro tool and also the product description tool within CopyAI to create all of the bits of copy, and then I put them all together in a Word document. There you have it. CopyAI, really good. ConversionAI, also really good. And they'd be my top two if you were going to look at investing in one. But let's have a look at the other 5 tools. And yeah, it goes downhill from here. Let's just say that. Next up is CopySmith. And these guys charge $59 a month for their unlimited plan. They've got a 50 credit a month plan, which is $19. But the credit system is a little bit confusing because depending on which tool and which template you use, the kind of number of credits that you have to spend does vary. So yeah, it's difficult to say how much you'd get for those 50 credits. Now, these guys do have a long form generator as well, and I did test this one out. I created 2 articles for the Are Pressure Washers Safe? I created one using that long form generator where you just basically give it the article title and it just writes the whole thing for you. And then the second one, I used the individual tools very similar to the first 2 tests, where I used the blog intro tool, listicle tools, that kind of thing. But let's look at the long form bit of copy that it created. So this is using the kind of entire article generator. So yeah, this is using the blog post tool. I think that's the official name for it. It is still in a beta test, so that kind of says that it's not working as well as it probably could be. And yeah, I mean, if you read it, it's just a whole load of gibberish, really. Doesn't quite deliver on what I was after. So let me show you the article that I put together using the individual tools. I'll put it up now. I did struggle to create any kind of serious length of copy. I think the article came in around 250 words, which isn't quite long enough. And I struggled to create things like the bullet points. It didn't have a handy listicle tool like the other ones. So yeah, it was all a bit of a struggle. But the copy that it did create, it was okay. It was pretty readable. It was perfectly fine. The product-focused article, the one on which pressure washer is best for under $300, that turned out better using the product description tool and the blog post intro tool, I think it's called. Yeah, it was fine. The copy is good, and I managed to get about 600 words out of the tool by using those individual elements and stitching them all together. CopySmith wasn't a bad tool, but there's better. I think ConversionAI and CopyAI are both better tools. So for the money, if you're on a bit of a shoestring, then I would definitely go for CopyAI, which is cheaper than this tool and much better. So next up, we've got Writesonic, which is at the moment on offer at $39 a month for their unlimited plan. It's normally $89 a month. And my first impression of this tool was it looked pretty good. Lots of different templates and tools to choose from. And the initial bit of copy was pretty good. Now they also have a long form tool, which is what I tried out first on the informational article on, are pressure washers safe? It's got a kind of nice step-by-step wizard that it takes you through to create the article, and it all seemed to be going well until I actually kind of read the final output. And yeah, when you read it in detail, it wasn't that good. So I tried to put the article together using the individual tools, which was going okay, but I struggled to create the kind of list parts, the bullet point parts. There was no real tool that did that. There was one that was called Listicle, but it didn't actually generate the list that I was after. The blog intro tool did generate a couple of lists around the common injuries. But yeah, it was a bit of a struggle to get enough content out of this tool. I've got to say the quality of the copy was actually pretty good, but yeah, it was just hard to get a decent quantity out, and there just didn't seem to be enough tools and templates to do what I wanted to do. So yeah, Writesonic, it's okay, but again, there's better tools out there. So these final 3 tools that I'm going to share with you, well, now we're kind of getting to the bottom of the barrel, I'm afraid. I struggled to create articles with these tools for a variety of reasons. Let's start with snazzyai, which is a really cool name for sure. I love the name, and the interface is really nice. And I thought, well, this one could be pretty good, but there wasn't actually any tools or templates that were useful for me as an affiliate marketeer. There was stuff for writing emails, and there was a product description thing in there, but in terms of like article intros and listicles and all that kind of stuff that is really useful when you're creating affiliate content, yeah, well, there was none of that. So I actually struggled and was unable to complete the articles using this tool. So yeah, snazzyai is not a good tool for affiliate marketeers. snazzyai is $49 a month for their unlimited plan if you want to check it out. But yeah, I wouldn't bother. Next up, we've got Article Forge, which again sounds like it's going to be really impressive, but yeah, it's not. It's a tool that you just kind of put the title or the subject in, and it spews out an article for you. It's kind of a long form tool. Unfortunately, what it spews out is rubbish. It's just gibberish. I mean, have a look at the example. Let me read you a little bit from the Are Pressure Washers Safe article. Are pressure washers safe? This is the question many people who are planning to buy one ask. One good answer to that question is yes, if you knew how to use it correctly and follow all safety guidelines. However, another answer is, are pressure washers and regular sponges safe if I leave them alone in the house without supervision? This is a more complex question than are pressure washers safe. I mean, what is it talking about? And I am slightly intrigued as to what happens if you leave a sponge unattended in a home. I mean, what kind of chaos does that sponge get up to? I mean, the mind boggles. So if you fancy a laugh, go and read the example articles generated by Article Forge. I mean, yeah, the product one, let me show you that one. Again, it's just a load of gibberish. It doesn't mention any products, and because it's a kind of long form content generator only, it's very difficult to put these kind of articles together because, you want to feed in the different products that you've chosen to talk about. So yeah, completely useless at those kind of articles. If you want to go and check it out, which I'd highly recommend that you don't, they actually want $57 a month for this rubbish. This garbage, I should say, for my American friends. It's quite unbelievable. But yeah, Article Forge, I recommend you avoid it. The final one I want to share with you is Kafka, or Kafka. I'm not quite sure the best way to say it. This one is $37 a month for 100 articles. And again, it's a long form sort of tool. You just give it the article title and it spits out a complete, ready written article for you that you can publish to your website. That's if you want to fill your website up with a whole load of unreadable garbage. There you go, I said the American word this time. I generated the 2 articles. I'll put them up now. And yeah, I mean, it's absolutely terrible. Let Let me read you a little bit from this one. It is quite amusing. The bit where it says, it works on the same principle as a washing machine. However, you are not cleaning with one this way. I'm not sure there is many similarities really between a pressure washer and a washing machine, apart from maybe they both use water. Yeah, I mean, it's just ridiculous, the stuff that it's spitting out. It reminds me of those kind of article spinning tools that people used to use, you know, back in the early noughties, which again were very good at creating unreadable, useless content. So there we go. There's the 7 different tools. Be sure to go and check out all of the content that I created with them. Find a link to that in the description, all over on WP Eagle. You can read and enjoy it to your heart's content, and maybe have a good laugh off some of the Kafka content. So in summary, the 2 tools that I would recommend are ConversionAI and CopyAI. They're both pretty similar in terms of the quality of content they produce. But yeah, CopyAI is slightly cheaper at the moment. If you're thinking of investing in one of these tools, both ConversionAI and CopyAI offer a free trial. I'll put links to those in the description so you can sign up, try them out for a week or so, see which one works the best for your particular niche and for the content that you're creating. I'm going to continue to use these tools. I think I'll probably keep both ConversionAI and CopyAI for the time being. I've got a big project that I'm working on at the moment, which is knowledgeablemind.com. For that website, I'm trying to populate it entirely with AI created content. I'd love to know what your favorite copywriting tool is. Do leave me a comment below. I do read all the comments that I get, and I'll try to reply to as many as I possibly can. If you found this video useful in any way, if you liked it, please click the like button. That really does help me out. And to avoid missing any future videos and to be notified when I go live, which tends to be every single week, make sure you're subscribed, click the bell button, and yeah, you should get a notification. But that's all from me for now. Good luck with your websites. See you later.